In the mountains, they found a dirty dog in a car. A kind professor was so kind that he picked it up and took it home. The professor was afraid of his wife. He knew she hated dogs and hid it in the study. But it was found soon after. His wife wanted him to send the dog away. So he had to find another dog. But he either didn't like the dog's house or he was too busy. He didn't want to leave the dog. One day, his wife said, "I'll send the dog away and let the dog sleep in the room." The professor sat on the sofa with the dog. After a long silence, he finally stood up. People can live in their own love. That's called living. Today, I'm also proud. I like this dog. Don't stop me. Of course, he also hoped his wife would like it. So he named the dog Badon. The professor took care of Badon. He always carried Badon in his arms. Badon grew up in his love. Later, the whole family liked Badon. The professor's wife even let him sleep in the bed. Badon would send the professor to work in the morning. He would pick up the professor in the evening. It became Badon's habit. Whether it was windy or rainy, or he was sick, he would come to the professor's house. Until one evening, the professor disappeared. Badon waited for the professor from late at night to early in the morning. From early in the morning to dusk. From the first day of the year to the last day of the year. Until he was exhausted. Until the waiting time was far more than the time he spent with the professor. He still waited. He didn't know the language. So he didn't know the professor was dead. He waited at the stone platform at the station. Until the professor's family slowly walked out of sadness. Left one by one. And started a new life. When the traces of the professor's life were removed one by one, the yellow streets became bright when he was a child. And the uncle who took care of him also became an old man. Badon kept waiting. Until there was almost no meaning in waiting. A miracle finally came. Badon, let's go home. This is one of the best movies of recent times, which changed the story of a Japanese dog. In the process of localization, the movie added a special atmosphere to us. Not only the daily life of the Chinese farm dogs and Chongqing fireworks, but also the sweet and quiet life of ordinary people. The time of the dog comes from the change of the city. The story happened in the era when mobile phones had not yet replaced newspapers. With Badon's perspective, we will see the days stack up one by one, and the city changes constantly. Some things disappear. Some things are pushed down and forgotten. And some are protected. Badon is also like a mirror, reflecting the best moment of our love. He said, "We are the ones who love you. And we are the ones who love the best in the dawn." Usually, love will go to dusk. When life is suppressed by the concept of impermanence, humans will instinctively avoid it. But Badon won't hide. When we leave our hometown and say goodbye to the past,